There is a land that sleeps under a blanket of snow for most of the year. A land so vast, it seems to defy imagination. This is Siberia, a name that whispers of cold, of distance, and of an untamed wilderness. It stretches across continents, a colossal expanse of forest, river, and mountain. Here, the world feels larger, older, and far more powerful than we can ever truly comprehend. The silence is profound, broken only by the howl of the wind or the distant cry of a lone animal. It is a place of extremes, where beauty and harshness are two sides of the same ancient coin, forever bound together in an epic story of survival. This is a world shaped by ice and time. Its history is not written in books, but etched into the very landscape itself. You can read it in the deep gorges, carved by glaciers, and in the endless rolling plains that were once the floor of an ancient sea. To journey here is to step back into a wilder, more primal epoch. It is a place that demands respect, a kingdom of nature where the rules are simple and absolute. Survive. Endure. The sheer scale of it all is humbling. A single forest here can be larger than many European countries. A river can run for thousands of miles, its course unaltered by human hands. Here, the air is so cold, it feels sharp, almost solid, in your lungs. The light of the low sun paints the snow in hues of pink and gold, creating a spectacle of breathtaking beauty. But this beauty is deceptive. It hides a constant underlying struggle. Every living thing, from the smallest shrew burrowing beneath the snow to the great Amur tiger padding silently through the trees, is locked in a perpetual battle against the elements. The cold is a relentless adversary, a constant pressure that shapes behavior, migration, and the very fabric of life. It is a challenge that has forged some of the most resilient creatures on our planet. We begin our journey on the edge of this immense territory. The land before us is an endless sea of white, punctuated by the dark stoic shapes of larch and pine trees. A gentle wind, a mere whisper for now, stirs the fine snow, sending it dancing across the frozen ground like smoke. It is a quiet, almost reverent scene. But beneath this calm exterior, a world of intense drama is unfolding. Life is on the move. Driven by hunger and instinct, the inhabitants of this frozen wilderness are preparing for the long, arduous day ahead. Their story is the story of Siberia itself. A tale of endurance, of courage, and of the unyielding power of life in the face of overwhelming odds. Our journey follows the great arteries of this land, the rivers. For much of the year, they are not flowing water, but solid highways of ice. They are frozen in time, their powerful currents stilled by the deep, penetrating cold. The Lena, the Ob, the Yenisei, these are names that resonate with power. They are giants among rivers, and their frozen surfaces provide a path through the otherwise impenetrable forest. They stretch for thousands of miles, a network of icy veins carrying life, and the promise of it, across the sleeping land. The ice is thick, meters deep in places, a solid foundation in this shifting world. The surface is not always smooth. In places, the immense pressure of the freezing water has forced the ice upwards, creating jagged ridges and fantastical sculptures of turquoise and white. It is a chaotic, beautiful landscape, a testament to the raw power of water and cold. Underneath this solid crust, the river is not entirely dead. In the deepest channels, a sluggish current still flows, a hidden pulse of life in the frozen heart of the wilderness. It is here, in the dark, cold water, that many fish survive the winter, waiting for the great thaw that will set them free once more. The silence along the riverbank is profound. The snow absorbs all sound, creating a hush that feels ancient and complete. Even the wind seems to move with a quiet reverence here. You can hear the soft crunch of your own footsteps, the whisper of your breath crystallizing in the air. Then, a sudden sound, the sharp crack of a branch, heavy with snow, breaking in the distance. It is a reminder that we are not alone. The forest that lines the river is alive, its inhabitants hidden, watching and waiting. Their lives are intertwined with this frozen river. It is their hunting ground, their pathway, and their barrier. As we travel, we see tracks in the snow. The delicate prints of a fox, the larger, more purposeful stride of an elk. These are the stories of the riverbank, written fresh each day. Each set of tracks tells a tale of a journey, of a search for food, of a narrow escape. They are ephemeral signatures, soon to be erased by the next fall of snow or the next gust of wind. But for now, they are a visible link to the hidden lives that surround us. This frozen river is more than just a path. It is the central stage upon which the daily drama of survival is played out. And the actors are beginning to make their appearance. We leave the open expanse of the river and venture into the taiga. This is the great boreal forest, a seemingly endless ocean of trees that covers most of Siberia. It is a silent, watchful kingdom. The trees, mostly larch, pine, and fir, stand tall and close together, their branches heavy with a thick mantle of snow. The light here is different, filtered and soft, casting a dim, ethereal glow upon the forest floor. It is a world of shadows and secrets, a place where one can feel the immense weight of the wilderness pressing in from all sides. The air is still and carries the faint, clean scent of pine. This is the domain of the wolf, a creature perfectly adapted to this challenging environment. We catch a glimpse of a pack moving through the trees. They move with an easy, fluid grace, their thick gray and white coats blending seamlessly with the snowy landscape. They are ghosts of the forest, rarely seen but always present. Their paws, large and broad, act like snowshoes, allowing them to travel for miles across the deep snow without sinking. They are the ultimate endurance hunters, and the taiga is their larder. Their survival depends on teamwork, intelligence, and an intimate knowledge of this vast territory. The pack is led by an alpha pair. Their bond is strong, the foundation upon which the entire family unit is built. Their communication is subtle, a language of posture, glance, and the occasional low whine. They move with a shared purpose, their senses keenly attuned to the slightest sound or scent. A faint breeze carries the smell of prey, perhaps an elk or a wild boar. The pack freezes, heads raised, noses testing the air. The hunt has begun. It is a silent, calculated affair, a chess game played out across miles of frozen forest, where a single mistake can mean the difference between a meal and starvation. Their target is often the weak, the old, or the young. This may seem cruel, but it is the unwritten law of the taiga. By culling the less fit, the wolves play a vital role in maintaining the health and strength of the prey populations. They are not villains, they are essential architects of this ecosystem. As they disappear into the gloom of the forest, a profound silence descends once more. But it is a different kind of silence now. It is filled with tension, with the anticipation of the hunt. In this silent kingdom, the ancient drama of life and death is about to unfold. Not all inhabitants of the taiga face the winter head-on. Some choose a different strategy. Deep within the forest, beneath the roots of a fallen giant, lies the den of a brown bear. She is in a state of hibernation, a deep sleep that allows her to survive the leanest months when food is impossible to find. Her body temperature has dropped, her heart rate has slowed to just a few beats per minute. She is living off the vast reserves of fat she accumulated during the plentiful autumn. It is a remarkable feat of endurance, a testament to nature's ingenuity. But she is not alone in her dark earthen chamber. Curled against her warm body are two tiny cubs, born only a few weeks ago. They are blind, almost hairless, and utterly dependent on their mother. Her body provides the warmth they need to survive, and her milk, rich in fat, is their only source of nourishment. They are born into a world of darkness and sleep, their lives a tiny flickering flame in the heart of the frozen wilderness. Their mother, even in her deep slumber, is attuned to their needs, stirring just enough to allow them to suckle. This period of hibernation is a time of immense vulnerability. A wolf pack that stumbles upon the den could spell disaster, or an unusually mild spell could cause the snow to melt, flooding the chamber. The mother has chosen her den site carefully, on high ground, well hidden from prying eyes. But in Siberia, there are no guarantees. Survival is a game of chance as much as it is a game of skill. For now, mother and cubs are safe, a secret family, hidden away from the harsh realities of the world outside. Their story is paused, waiting for the spring. When they emerge, the world will be transformed, The snow will have retreated, the rivers will be flowing, and the forest will be bursting with new life. But the cubs will face a new set of challenges. They will need to learn how to find food, how to avoid danger, and how to navigate their vast forested home. Their mother will be their teacher, their protector, and their guide. Her own survival, and the future of her lineage, depends on her ability to raise them to independence in this demanding and unforgiving realm. The Great Bear's test of endurance is only just beginning. Further north, the taiga gives way to a different, even more extreme environment, the Arctic tundra. Here, trees cannot grow. It is a vast open landscape, a windswept expanse of low-lying shrubs, mosses, and lichens, all buried under a deep layer of snow. The wind is a constant presence here. There is nothing to stop it. It scours the land, sculpting the snow into strange, beautiful shapes and driving the wind chill to unimaginable lows. It is honestly one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. And yet, even here, life finds a way. During the brief, intense summer, this land is a haven. It teems with life, as millions of migratory birds arrive from the south to breed. Swans, geese, and countless species of waders flock here to take advantage of the explosion of insect life and the 24-hour daylight. But as autumn approaches and the days shorten and the temperature plummets, they must leave. The flight for life begins. It is one of the planet's great natural spectacles. Great flocks of birds rise into the sky, their calls echoing across the empty landscape as they begin their epic journey south. For those that remain, life is a constant struggle. The reindeer, or caribou, are masters of survival in this frozen desert. They possess a unique adaptation. Their hooves are sharp and concave, perfect for digging through the hard-packed snow to reach the lichens hidden beneath. This is their primary food source, the fuel that powers them through the long winter. They move in great herds, a constantly shifting mass of bodies, searching for areas where the snow is shallow enough for them to feed. Their journey is relentless, a slow-motion migration dictated by the wind and the snow. Following the herds are their ever-present predators. The Arctic fox, its pure white coat, a perfect camouflage, shadows the reindeer, hoping to pick off any weak or stray individuals. And high above, a snowy owl, another ghost of the tundra, sits motionless on a snowdrift, its yellow eyes scanning the horizon for the slightest movement of a lemming or vole beneath the snow. In this open landscape, there is nowhere to hide. The drama of predator and prey is played out in the open, a stark and simple ballet of survival against a backdrop of endless white. To the south, the flatlands of Siberia rise dramatically to form the Altai Mountains. This is a landscape of breathtaking grandeur. Jagged, snow-capped peaks soar into the sky, their slopes carved by ancient glaciers into deep, dramatic valleys. This is a vertical world, a place of rock, ice, and thin, cold air. The scale is immense, humbling. It feels like the very roof of the world. The mountains are a formidable barrier, a fortress of stone that has shaped the climate and the flow of life in this region for millennia. The silence here is of a different kind, the deep, resonant silence of the high peaks. These mountains are home to some of the most elusive and mysterious creatures in all of Siberia. High on the steepest, most inaccessible slopes lives the snow leopard. It is a creature of myth and legend, a ghost of the mountains. Its thick, smoky gray coat, patterned with dark rosettes, provides the perfect camouflage against the rocky, snow-dusted terrain. It is a solitary hunter, moving with a silent, powerful grace across its vast mountain territory. Seeing one is a rare privilege, a fleeting glimpse into a secret world. Its presence is a symbol of the untamed wildness of the Altai. Lower down, in the forested valleys, lives the Siberian ibex. These wild goats are masters of the mountainside. Their hooves are like suction cups, allowing them to navigate sheer rock faces with an agility that really defies belief. They move in herds, their magnificent curved horns a clear symbol of their status. They are constantly on the alert, their eyes scanning the slopes above for any sign of danger, particularly the shadow of a snow leopard. Their lives are a balancing act, played out on the knife-edge ridges and precipitous cliffs of their mountain home. the Altai Mountains are also a place of great spiritual significance for the people who have lived in their shadow for centuries. They are seen as a sacred space, a bridge between the earth and the heavens. The echoes that reverberate through these valleys are not just of wind and rockfall, but of ancient stories and beliefs. This landscape is not just a habitat for wildlife, it is a repository of culture and history. Its majesty inspires a sense of awe and reverence, a feeling that we are in the presence of something truly ancient, powerful, and enduring. In the heart of southern Siberia lies a natural wonder of unparalleled scale and beauty, Lake Baikal. It is the oldest and deepest lake on Earth, holding 1/5 of the world's unfrozen freshwater. In summer, its waters are a deep, mesmerizing blue, but in winter, it undergoes a magical transformation. The lake freezes over, creating a sheet of ice so thick it can support the weight of heavy vehicles. But this is no ordinary ice. It is famously, astonishingly clear. The water is so pure that you can see for tens of meters down into the dark, silent depths below. Walking on the surface of Baikal is like walking on a sheet of polished black glass. You can see rocks, fissures, and the occasional trapped bubble of methane gas, frozen in time on its journey to the surface. It feels as though you are suspended between two worlds, with the vast, open sky above and the deep, mysterious abyss below. The sounds are extraordinary. As the temperature fluctuates, the ice expands and contracts, creating a symphony of otherworldly noises, deep groans, loud cracks like thunder, and high-pitched, singing sounds. The locals call it the ice music of Baikal. This frozen world is not without life. Endemic to Baikal is the nerpa, the world's only exclusively freshwater seal. These charming creatures survive the winter by maintaining a series of breathing holes in the ice. They use the strong claws on their front flippers to scrape away at the ice from below, ensuring their access to the air. Under the cover of the ice, hidden from the Arctic winds, the female seals give birth to their pups in snow layers. The pups, born with a coat of fluffy white fur, are safe and warm in their icy nurseries. The sheer scale of the frozen lake is difficult to comprehend. It stretches for over 600 kilometers, a vast solid sea locked between snow-covered mountain ranges. For the communities that live along its shores, the frozen lake becomes a vital highway, the winter road, connecting villages that are isolated for much of the year. Lake Baikal in winter is a place of stark contrasts, of profound silence and sudden, explosive sound, of transparent clarity and unfathomable depth. It is the frozen heart of Siberia, a place of unique and breathtaking power. Across the whole of Siberia, from the dense taiga to the open tundra, the same fundamental drama is played out every single day. It is the ancient dance of the hunter and the hunted. This is not a battle of good versus evil. It is a vital, intricate relationship that maintains the balance of the entire ecosystem. Every animal is part of this dance, either as a predator, as prey, or sometimes as both. The rules are simple, and the stakes are the highest imaginable: life and death. The tension is a constant, underlying hum beneath the silent surface of the snow. Consider the lynx, another of the taiga's phantom hunters. With its tufted ears and large padded feet, it is perfectly designed for a life in the deep snow. It is a patient, ambush predator. We watch as one sits motionless at the base of a pine tree, its eyes fixed on a snowshoe hare. The hare, its coat as white as the snow around it, is cautiously nibbling on the bark of a willow sapling. It is alert, its long ears twitching, its nose constantly testing the air for any hint of danger. It is a scene of immense suspense, a frozen tableau of predator and prey. The lynx makes its move, a sudden, explosive burst of speed. The hare, startled, bolts, its powerful hind legs propelling it across the snow in a series of zigzagging bounds. The chase is short and incredibly fast. It is a test of reflexes, of speed, and of stamina. This time, the hare is lucky. It dives into a thicket of dense brush where the larger lynx cannot follow. The lynx, its chance gone, stops, watches for a moment, and then melts back into the shadows of the forest. The dance will continue another day. For the hare, a moment of terror, for the lynx, a missed meal. This constant pressure from predators has shaped the prey animals in remarkable ways. The elk has its size and strength, the hare its speed and camouflage, the ibex its agility on the cliffs. Every sense is heightened, every instinct honed by generations of this life-or-death struggle. And in turn, the predators have evolved to overcome these defenses. The wolves have their teamwork and stamina, the lynx its stealth, the snow leopard its power and grace. It is a biological arms race, a perfectly balanced, co-evolutionary dance that is the very engine of life in the wilderness. As our journey across this immense land comes to a close, the sun begins to set, casting a final fiery glow across the endless expanse of snow. The long blue shadows of the taiga stretch out like fingers across the white plains. A profound quiet settles over the wilderness, the deep, restful silence of the coming night. The cold intensifies, and the stars begin to appear in the vast, dark sky, brighter and clearer than they can be seen anywhere else on Earth. Siberia is preparing for another long, frozen night. We have witnessed a world of incredible beauty and brutal hardship. We have seen the silent grace of the wolf pack, the hidden resilience of the hibernating bear, and the epic journeys of the reindeer and the migratory birds. We have felt the biting wind on the tundra, heard the strange music of the ice on Lake Baikal, and marveled at the majesty of the Altai Mountains. In every corner of this vast land, we have seen life not just surviving, but thriving in the face of incredible challenges. It is a powerful testament to the adaptability and tenacity of the natural world. Siberia is one of the last great wildernesses left on our planet. Its scale is almost beyond our ability to grasp, its wildness almost absolute. It is a place that reminds us of the raw power of nature, a power that existed long before us and will continue long after we are gone. Its future, like that of all wildernesses, is in our hands. But its spirit, the indomitable spirit of survival that we have witnessed in its creatures, feels eternal. The challenges it faces may change, but the enduring strength of this land and its inhabitants gives one a sense of hope. The story of Siberia is a story without end. The seasons will continue to turn, the ice will melt, and the rivers will run free. The bears will emerge from their dens, and the birds will return to the north. The ancient dance of the hunter and the hunted will play out under the midnight sun. The great frozen wilderness will awaken, and then, inevitably, it will sleep once more under its blanket of snow. Its epic tale of struggle, endurance, and breathtaking beauty will continue, written anew with each passing day, for as long as this magnificent, wild heart of our planet is allowed to beat.